Welcome to Seeing This. I am the movie Mamba, Mike Ornelas, and if diversity is the spice of life, I'm proud to say our awards and nominees will prove we're full of spice. Joining me on today's podcast is the feisty Pisces, Erica McMullen.
Our winners better be winners at the Oscars.
Also on the call is the Gerber baby-faced assassin, Adrian Cedeno.
My year of subtitles. I'm a legit speed reader now.
And that's all in reference to today's very special episode. We have the first annual Seeing This MOEMAC Awards, where we are highlighting and awarding the best movies of 2025. It is also the anniversary, the 1-year anniversary of the Seeing This podcast. Cheers, guys.
Woo-hoo!
We're
Cheers.
celebrating. We're celebrating here. I guess I should take a drink.
That's custom.
Okie afterbirth. So just to provide a little context here, we have some parameters to our awards here, and we want to highlight that since it's our first awards and make sure everyone understands what qualifies, how we came to our nominees, how we got our winners, and what the show's going to be all about. I already know award shows typically are very long. We're going to do our best to not make it too long, but we still want to we still want to make the most of like highlighting the nominees and films appropriately. So Adrian, why don't you kick us off with a couple of the parameters and then we'll rotate through how we came across this award show.
All right, so our parameters of the awards. Only movies we covered as a main review released in 2025 qualify. Also, if the Academy recognized the film in the 2025 Oscars, it does not qualify. Examples: Nosferatu, Flow, etc.
Correct. Erica, tell us about these nominations. What qualified?
Okay, so 30 films qualified for nominations, and those included Sly Lives, aka The Burden of Black Genius, Companion, The Gorge, Mickey 17, The Monkey, Last Breath, Warfare, Sinners.
Oh, a little favoritism there on your...
Thunderbolts, Friendship, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, Predator: Killer of Killers, 28 Years Later, Jurassic World Rebirth, Fantastic Four, The Naked Gun. Joyce cracks me up.
Shout out.
Weapons, Erkala, Gilgamesh's Dream, Bajo Misma Soul, OCA. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot what that stands for.
So it's OCA. So
It's OCA, right? But that's not an acronym.
Correct. It's inspired by a game.
Yeah.
By a Mexican game. Yeah.
Eagles of the Republic, One Battle After Another, After the Hunt, Frankenstein, 1001 Frames, Die My Love, Left-Handed Girl, The Plague, Hamnet, and The Voice of Heen Rajab.
Diverse, baby. That's what we bring to the cinematic world, baby. We cover it all.
International.
So there's international, domestic, everything. Independent, Hollywood, yeah. 15 categories, and there will also be 3 specialized awards, one dedicated from each of us. And any film released in 2025 qualifies for these specialized awards. These nominations were determined by voting, a vote tally between the 3 of us for each category. Adrian, how do we get these winners?
Winners are selected through the 3 of us as a jury, determining the winner for each category.
Performances, breakthrough, and must see this category will have one winner, a first runner-up, and then a second runner-up.
And each winner will be posted on our Instagram with our wonderful digital MOEMAC trophy. If you haven't figured it out, it's called MOEMAC because that's an acronym with our initials. It kind of fits. So we decided to run with that. And shout out to the actors that present at the Academy Awards and other Oscars, and they're very clearly reading a teleprompter, because I'm sure we gave off that energy for a couple of these as well.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're not professionals. We're here just doing the Lord's work. Without further ado, let's get into our first award, which is a little tongue-in-cheek that we're going to have fun with. It's very difficult to make a movie. No disrespect to the filmmakers or people involved. But Erica, What is our first award and the nominees?
So this is the Skip This Award. Um, if you followed us throughout the podcast, you understand that there are some movies where we just could not get through. It was a little bit difficult for us to watch the whole
A couple more,
thing.
more than a couple thumbs down on our Commodus scale.
Yeah, more than a couple thumbs down. So for this award, the movies that are nominated are The Gorge, Friendship, Jurassic World Rebirth, and Fantastic Four: First Steps. Now, if you've seen any of those movies this year, you might definitely mostly probably agree with us.
Send your hate mail to Erica on her Instagram.
Yeah. If you enjoyed these movies, I'm very happy for you.
Correct.
But our winner is going to be The Gorge.
Woo! Congratulations to the Gorge.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, listen, again, a bit tongue-in-cheek, just having fun with this first award, but I think we all had a hard time with kind of the like logic and motivation of the story, someone risking their life for someone they never met just to meet them, and then chaos kind of ensues. We have discussions around this category, but I don't know. Do you guys feel confident that we picked the right one?
Yes.
Yes. Adrian?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. We'll go to our next award. Again, congratulations to the Gorge kicking us off. The next category is Best Costumes. Unfortunately, Adrian's sharp dress shirt does not qualify. But for this, we have 5 nominees, and the nominees for Best Costumes are Mickey 17, Sinners, Bajo el mismo sol, Frankenstein, and Left-Handed Girl. This was a tough one, but the winner is Sinners. Woo! Congratulations to Sinners.
What is it this?
It could be claps. It could be,
Yeah.
However
This
you
is
want
like
to
the
celebrate.
quiet way. This is the classy
Yeah.
way.
Erica, tell us, why did we go with Sinners?
I mean, it was kind of like down to how properly historically everyone was dressed in this film, even down to like the class kind of system that was in place, especially during this time, especially in the South. When you have like Haley Steinfeld's character who's like in a knit herringbone kind of very put together, whereas like other people are dressed in a lot more casual things, and everything culturally in this film definitely deserved to be recognized for how well that they got the costumes.
Absolutely. And I think it should go without saying, but if you're nominated for any of these categories, you obviously deserve recognition. And all 5 of these films did
Yes.
something very special. Again, whether it's fantasy or sci-fi like Mickey 17 and Frankenstein, or grounded in like a period in time or a very real life lived in situation, all of the costumes were
Right.
phenomenal, but Sinners was just that next level for us.
Man, those suits were sweet.
Slick. Yeah. We should have coordinated, and I'd have smoke and you can have a stack for
No,
the suits for today.
All I know is I want the blue one.
So wild, because I would have had you guys swapped.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would have had
Okay.
Adrian as smoke and you as stack, Michael.
That probably checks out. That probably checks out. Adrian, give us the next category.
All right, our next category goes to Best Music. Our 5 nominees, excuse me, are Sly Lives, aka The Burden of Black Genius, Companion, Mickey 17, Sinners, and One Battle After Another.
Tough one.
Yeah, these were all, as far as music goes, they were all really well done. The music plays a huge part in every movie. Every film has to deal with music. So let's go with our winner, Sinners.
Woo! Congratulations to Sinners. I mean, just incredible music in Sinners. Sinners music, I mean, I think what really puts it above everything is the way that specifically as Miles Caton is playing the guitar, and then the rest of the band members that come later, Delroy Lindo on the harmonica, like it's just so much about music and it's done so well. We just had to acknowledge it for best music.
And
y-
I mean, the movie is about, the power of voice and the power of incantation and music and the role it plays. And the one scene where it's him singing, I believe that song is nominated for original song at the Oscars, if I'm correct.
mhm.
But it's like that, and then incorporated with just like the history of music and African Americans in music and just seeing it all come together. It was just so powerful. Like feel like you just kind of like had to give it to Sinners of it just being
Yeah,
such powerful music.
the entire notion of the movie was wrapped around, like, his music was
Mhm.
so good that it brought out,
Yeah.
Transcended time
And
periods and
it
generations.
was
Yeah.
so good. Like you couldn't hear a song in that film without being moved in one way or the other.
Yeah, so the song isn't quite nominated yet, but it did make the short list. I think
Got
nominations are
it.
gonna be
It
coming
better
out.
be
I'm
nominated,
pretty
dude. It
sure
was
it will.
so good, so
But
good.
but not even that. They also had the Irish music that was
Yeah.
fucking
Mhm.
catchy, and also a banger. So
And
shout out to
that I mean, and yeah, and that resonates, like, heavy with just, like, the implications of, like, how the Irish were treated and how Black people were treated in the South and, like, how, we all saw the movie, but, oh, it's just I can't get over it. It was so good.
especially having Buddy Guy, like a,
Oh, yeah.
historic musician
Oh, yeah.
as
yeah.
doing a cameo kinda thing?
That was perfect. That was a perfect cameo.
Sinners, correct. Sinners off to a hot start. Let's see if they can keep up the momentum here. Erica, the next category is yours to present.
Yes, we're gonna be up for Best Cinematography. Again, we do have 5 movies that are gonna be up for this award. We have Sinners, Bajo el mismo sol, One Battle After Another, Left-Handed Girl, and The Voice of Hina Job. A
Each of
very
which,
tough category. I
yeah.
feel like this one, and this was something that we kind of glossed over by accident and then had to, like, come to a conclusion about what we
Well, it
wanted to.
wasn't glossing over it. It's just we had such a hard time really
Yeah,
picking
well, no,
one that we're
maybe,
We
like,
had
like,
to
we
putting it on
revisit
the
yeah.
multiple
back
times.
burner. Yeah, putting it on the back burner might have been, like, a better thing where we were just like, "Who could this movie go to?" Because it could go to any of these,
Yeah.
and we all chose Bajo el mismo sol, to be our
Woo!
winner for best
Congratulations.
cinematography. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Erica,
Everyone knows how I
expand.
feel about this movie.
You're going to have an opportunity to expand, I'm sure,
Yeah.
at various points in this. But I think this, considering how beautiful, you could stop this movie at any single point and it's a beautiful shot.
Mm,
I think it was incredibly difficult to capture some of these shots. Like they were obviously in rivers. They're in very difficult terrain. And it's a beautiful, important story as well. And I think the filmmaking behind the camera, they did an incredible job of capturing that. And I think, you know, cinematography is often, I think, underrated as far as how it contributes to a story. But I think if a camera is moving and working in the right way, it is very much a character in any given story. You know what I mean?
yes.
Um, so yeah, congratulations, Bajo Mismo Sol, for cinematography. We now go to best script, and this can be original or adapted. We have 5 nominees. They are Mickey 17, Sinners, Irkala, Gilgamesh's Dream, One Battle After Another, and Left Handed Girl. And the winner goes to Irkala, Gilgamesh's Dream. Woo! So
Yeah, boy.
this is without a doubt probably an underseen movie because it's one that I saw at TIFF and we all had an opportunity to watch and covered on one of our episodes. And just the creative dynamic of this script, also rooted in very real circumstances. It deals with the homeless community taking place in Baghdad and how the hope and imagination of a child can be a sense of escapism. So the way it was written, the way it sprinkles in fantasy along the way, I think was very unique and something that I think really hit each of our hearts, wouldn't you say?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Left
Adrian,
an
you're
image.
excited about Adrian, you're excited about this movie, and I'm very happy you had a positive reaction to it. Like, what about it specifically hit home the most for you?
The realness of it, and like I said before, it was I want to say it was the first that was. We had a string of films that were all international, kind of spotlighting the Middle East, Arab
Mm.
countries, kind of stuff. Uh, and it just, I think, was the first one that really impacted me and made me think like they're regular people just like us. They go through the same
Have their
struggles, same
struggles
fears,
and
same
right.
strengths, and um, it was a beautiful movie. And I think that was the first one that kind of triggered like, okay, I want to go visit these countries. My wife is
Good.
family's from
Yeah,
there, so I'd love to learn more about it and that culture. So that
Mhm.
was the first one that kind of sparked something.
love that. I mean, the power of cinema to open doors and send you down rabbit holes, and I think you're right. This one did kind of kickstart it specifically for that region of the world.
Well, and it's so nice too because we got to see and we've highlighted so many brilliant child actors this year.
What a year for
You
child
know,
performers, for sure.
what a year because we've just seen unbelievable performances, and I think this one definitely I'm glad that it won for this because it's nice to see that highlighted for, the kids who did this film.
And just note on that, when if this comes across your radar for those watching listening at home, majority of the cast are first time film actors, and
Yeah.
the way that they capture the very real life world of these people, these children in Baghdad, is just superb. So shout out to the team there. Mohammed Al Diraji, the director, did an incredible job with this film, and I think it starts with the script. Next, we have our first specialized award, and that is coming from the Gerber baby-faced assassin, Adrian Cedeno. So we'll leave it to you to present this award. What does it mean? How did you come to terms with this?
Okay, so this was a big year for me. A lot of international films, a lot of films that had really an impact and full of emotion that I don't like to show or express, don't want to deal with. I like to escape through my movies. So this was a big year for me, but there were a lot of movies that I know I normally wouldn't watch, and most people like me aren't watching them. So this is my most underrated performance. It was the best performance of the year, and I'm truly bummed out that not everybody has seen it yet. I got the privilege of going to the festival this year in, Hollywood, and
AFI Fest.
the
Yeah.
AFI festival, and it was wonderful to see and kinda get a last chance opportunity to get into this movie because it was full, but it was The Chronology of Water, and Imogen Poots put on the performance of the year, guys. Check it out. It's a
Congratulations.
very deep and intense movie, but she nailed it. Imogen Poots.
I think, both of us, at least me and Adrian, got to go to our first film festivals this year. Adrian there at AFI, and I got to go to TIFF. And I think, I think for all of us, it showed how important film festivals are. So for you at home, if you ever have a chance to go to a film festival, jump on it. Thankfully there's so many. So whatever part of the world you're in, there's likely a film festival happening. And even if it's like smaller films that don't make the larger international film festivals, like there's probably some incredible work being done.
Yeah.
So definitely want to promote the film festival circuit there. But Imogen Poots, Adrian, when you talked about this movie during your AFI recap episode, you definitely like this movie is one of the ones that stuck out to me because you said it's very heavy. It can be very triggering. This is Kristen Stewart's directorial debut, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And I've been having that on my radar. So I do want to watch it. Maybe I could catch it before our next episode when we do a little foreshadowing here. Our next episode, kind of the homework assignments we had from 2025. So I hope to see that one. Yeah.
Definitely check it out. I even got lucky enough to hear her Q&A,
Oh, cool.
after.
Imogen or Kristen?
No, Kristen and Emma Watson were
Oh, okay.
the Q&A, and she is right up my alley. Like, I'll have a beer with her any day. Like, if I were counting a tally, she probably dropped the F-bomb like 5 times every sentence. It was great.
Yeah. She seems like a real person. That's not like the Hollywood fluff bullshit,
No,
like
she's
she
no
cuts
fluff.
through it.
No
I
fluff.
love it. I love it.
Let's have a beer.
Erica, let's go to our next category.
Yeah, our next category is going to be breakthrough performance from an actor or actress. Now, for this one, we're going to have 8 nominees, a clear winner, and then a first runner up and a second runner up. So I'll go ahead and list the nominees and then let you know who our winners are. All right, so our nominees for this category are
Sorry.
uh, Tefera Munatai for Warfare, Miles Caton, Sinners, Carrie Christopher, Weapons, Valentina Shenwu, Bajo Mismo Sol, Chase Infinity for One Battle After Another, Nina Ye, Left-Handed Girl, Jacoby Ju,
Yep.
okay, I just want to make sure, for Hamnet, and Saja Kalani for the voice of Hin Rajab.
And
This one was
again, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
sorry, this one was fun. Like this one, we just had so many. I feel like you did a really good job, Michael, of picking films for us to watch and cover this year because we did get to see a lot of new actors and actresses come through, and we just got to be so impressed with all of their performances. I think this one was probably one of our most difficult categories. This one and the I think just the
Cinematography.
actress,
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah.
actor performances. We just saw so many good stuff this year, I think.
And full transparency, there could have been more nominees, but to stay consistent, we wanted to have performances to have 8. So shout out, to the breakthrough performers and directors out of the 30 movies that we watched this year, all of which definitely deserve recognition. So definitely check out
Mhm.
all the movies that we mentioned of the 30, except for the first category we mentioned. But I'll leave it to you, Erica. We have a second runner-up, first runner-up, and our winner.
Yeah, so our second runner-up is gonna be, Nina Ye from Left-Handed
Woo!
Girl. Congratulations, because you did a great job.
Crushed it. Crushed
You
it.
crushed it,
Crushed it.
absolutely crushed it. Our first runner-up is gonna be, Valentina Shen Wu for Bajo El Mismo Sol. Again,
Absolutely.
stunning, great
and,
work.
and for both of them, it's breakthrough, but the fact that this is their first
Yeah,
performance, their first film, is beyond
yeah.
incredible.
So whatever you have tapped into for acting, keep doing it, because it was great.
And
Uh,
just really quick,
yeah.
shout out to the director of Bajo Mismo Sol, Ulysses Bora, who I got to talk to in an interview,
Mhm.
seeingthispod.com to check it out. But he discusses the casting process with Valentina and her background and kind of where she came from.
Yeah.
And she has to be multilingual for this
Mhm.
movie. So definitely check that out if you have a chance. Sorry, go ahead with our winner.
Great casting because she did an amazing job.
Absolutely.
So our winner is going to be, Miles Caton for Sinners.
Woo!
Uh,
Crushed.
yeah, just crushed it. Like, for this to be his first film, for 1,
Mm-hmm.
2, it be a very big Hollywood film, and then 3, for it to be as successful as it was, and for multiple people in podcasts to talk about it consistently and
Yeah.
market against other horror films. Like for a horror film to do this well, great work.
And for him to
And
be able to sing like that, like,
yeah.
Oh
this fool
God,
might
yeah.
legit win a Grammy, like, Hustle and Flow, you know what I mean?
Shout out to Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. They've been doing the interviews and the videos, whatnot. And there's a great, and as well as Delroy Lindo, where they're talking about the scene in the car where Delroy starts kind of like singing the blues was very much on the spot, and Michael B. Jordan is reacting, telling Miles to like, "Hey man, start playing! Like, don't miss this
Yeah.
blue." Like that was all pretty much organic there on the spot, and the fact that a brand new actor
And
can kind
that
of not
scene,
miss a beat, yeah,
oh,
yeah,
right here.
I
Every
mean, when
time.
he
incredible,
does yell that "woo," like that
yeah.
was legit. Like
Yeah.
I do that with my kids when I'm coaching, and like, yes, like that was a genuine reaction.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. So congratulations to the winner, first runner-up and second runner-up. Again, like everyone nominated here deserves recognition that we mentioned. This was a tough one to pick. Next, best cast ensemble. I'm very excited that this is part of the Oscars now. It's a newer category that is looking at the whole cast, the group of cast for a film. And here we have 5 nominees, and they are Mickey 17, Warfare, Sinners, One Battle After Another, and The Plague. First call out for The Plague. Let's put that on everyone's radar. A very interesting movie. And the winner of Best Cast Ensemble goes to One Battle After Another. Woo! Sign of things to come that I'm the only one wooing for that one. There you go, Adrian. Thank you. Jesus Christ. um this is another
We
tough one,
had
right?
arguments.
Yeah, we had some debate when as being a jury to select the winners, but I think just One Battle After Another, the cast was so diverse, not just of experience, where we had a lot of newer actors or not as seasoned actors, and then we had some very, people that are veterans of Hollywood, but them all coming together and not missing a beat, playing off of each other, being able to provide a film that mixes genres, compelling, funny, horrifying, irrelevant, topical. And I think that really started with the cast that they had. And, shout out to PTA and his casting team to bring these guys together. I thought One Battle After Another had a superb cast, as did, again, all of the nominees here.
I mean,
You guys don't
I'd
want to
say
discuss any.
that's what gets
That's fair.
PTA's like director, he like kind of catapults him above most others, is his ability to manage all those emotions and personalities and egos. It's a lot like a sports team. Like you can't just have a
Sure.
bunch of superstars. It seems to not work, right? Like a lot of egos clash. So getting that chemistry, getting the roles, getting these superstars to buy into doing a specific role and not trying to take over an entire movie is huge. So I think for sure the
100%.
cast ensemble was on point.
And considering how long he's been doing it, since the 90s, and the fact that just about everyone I've ever heard talk about PTA from a cast perspective had nothing but positive things to say, and he's evolved as a director over time, and he has an eye for talent. He loves working with people over again. Philip Seymour Hoffman, rest in peace, was one of his favorites to work with. John C. Reilly. So you see a blend here of One Battle After Another, people he's worked with before, as well as people that have worked with him for the first time. And just for the opportunity to say, he recently highlighted my girl, Renate Reinsve from Sentimental Value, as being an incredible performer. My stock going up, baby. Just want to shout that out. Okay. Adrian, bring us our next category.
All right, our next category, Best Supporting Actress, which is a feat of its own to not be the main actress, but be a supporting role is not easy to do. So these 8 nominees all are worthy of being a Best Supporting Actress. First, we have Toni Collette with Mickey 17. We have Wunmi Mosaku from Sinners, Amy Madigan, Weapons, Tiana Taylor, Battle After Another, Ayo Edebiri, After the Hunt, Janelle Tai, Left-Handed Girl, Behafarid Ghaffarian, 1001 Frames, and Emily Watson for Hamnet.
Way to crush those pronunciations,
Whoa,
man.
international.
Deserve an award.
Woohoo!
All right.
Well, yeah, that you get the pronunciation
You
award,
get an
Adrian,
award for that.
assuming you did that good,
I'm a
well.
linguist.
But go ahead.
All right.
You're a speed reader now, like you said, with all the subtitles. Go
All
ahead.
right. So our second runner-up, it goes to Janelle Tai for Left-Handed Girl. She really crushed it. She
Yeah.
deserves to be Best Supporting Actress. Unfortunately, it goes to only one, and
What?
she
Yeah.
narrowly gets beaten out.
We you know, if you haven't seen it yet, Left-Handed Girl is on Netflix, but spoiler free, we'll just say she's the mom in the movie and carries a lot of emotional weight and tension, and I think what she's asked to do is incredible, the way she delivers on that. So shout out to her.
It truly is a masterpiece to play empty. Like, an emptiness is tough to express.
Capture that. Yeah.
Our first runner-up goes to Amy Madigan with Weapons.
Ooh, what a transformation, huh?
Huge
I
transformation.
mean, it just cracks me up because, like, I just always remember her from Field of Dreams because
Sure.
that was a staple in our home. And then, like, you would like Uncle Buck, and then you would start seeing her in like other kind of films. So like, she's been around the block for a while, but great performance by Amy Madigan in Weapons.
Crushed it. Yeah.
And our winner for Best Supporting Actress goes to Wunmi Mosaku with Sinners.
Woo! Hell yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm so excited for her.
You know, I think this is one of those, in this category, again, a little behind the curtain, when we were discussing who's going to win, everyone was incredibly talented. But as far as like who the winner is, I think we all were like unanimous and be like, it's Wunmi. Like the
Yeah.
fact, like I saw an interview she did and her accent is so different than what she does in Sinners, and the fact that like and it's a shout out to anyone that has to work with a different accent, but like that you can pull that off seamlessly, know your lines, perform, do have emotional weight to your performance, and what she brings to Sinners is very much the core of the story, the spiritual core of the story, you know what I mean? So
She
shout out to
narrates,
her.
right? She narrates
Does
at
she?
the beginning
I don't recall.
when
Maybe.
she's talking about,
Oh, yes.
like, spirits and stuff. I believe she's the one narrating. But yeah, that's my girl, dude. I love her.
So
Very,
many
very,
actors,
very.
like in Hollywood, mainstream actors get all kinds of awards and highlights, and their accents are trash.
Sure. Yeah,
So for
that's
her,
fair.
like, to nail the accent is kudos.
I
Yeah.
mean, not that we're not guilty of it also, but there's people that, you know, don't have an accent. And when we say don't have an accent, we're saying from an American perspective.
Correct.
California perspective. But there's people that don't have an accent and they still don't speak well. You know, I mean, I'm guilty of that. I'm not saying anything about
Yeah,
that.
but we
you know.
don't have an accent to each other, but we have an
Correct.
accent to somebody in New York.
Sure.
Just like a New Yorker has an accent to us.
It's so funny. I think as Californians, we don't think we have an accent until someone's like, "Oh, you sound like you're from California." Like, what the fuck does that mean?
No
We
tease.
just talk hella slow and hang on to everything.
Yeah, no tease. We don't say our tease.
No tease.
Westchester.
Erica, Westchester. Well, that had a bit of an accent. Erica, you have our next category.
Yes, I do. So that leads us into Best Supporting Actor. Same thing. We're gonna go ahead and have 8 nominees. Starting with Will Poulter in Warfare, Jack O'Connell from Sinners, Hussein Larzuar from Urkala, Gilgamesh's Dream, Jean from Bajo El Mismo Sol, Benicio del Toro from One Battle After Another, Jacoby Jupe from Hamnet, Delroy Lindo from Sinners, and Amer Lahel from The Voice of Hin Rajab.
Halal. I think it's halal.
Okay.
Oh, Hillel?
Halal.
Okay. All right. So for you know what? This one was tough too. And this one was kind of curious because we had some where like we all voted like they absolutely had to be in there. And there were some that were like a little bit more on the borderline. But we definitely wanted to make sure that we highlighted certain people. And you'll see that with the winners that we have. So for our second runner up, Jean Jean from Bajo Mismo Soul.
Woo, hell yeah.
Congratulations, because that's well deserved.
I mean, when
Everybody's
sorry, go
sorry.
ahead. No, go
Just
ahead. Go ahead.
everybody's performance in that movie deserves to be recognized, and like you said, what they were asked for cinematography-wise, and then being able to pull it off and have a really beautiful story come out of it. Congrats, because it was
Yeah,
well deserved.
Bajo Mismo Soul is another one that's probably underseen because it came out on the festival circuit, and there's three main actors, and all three of them, it won't be a surprise, are nominated in our awards for their performance. And when I saw Jean Jean, the way he just completely transformed into his character, I bought it from the first scene he was in. I was like, oh, he's
Immediately.
something's going on here. Like he's
Yeah.
got some special talent. Yeah, for sure.
Alright, and then our first runner-up goes to Benicio del Toro from One Battle After Another.
Thank you, Sensei.
Thank you, Sensei. Incredible. I mean, this
Just
was
like
tough.
a
I mean,
sensei who was, like, about that life, you know what I mean?
for sure. And the fact that,
So
again, if you
calmly and collective.
Yeah.
the
Perfect.
whole time, like super stressed, bouncing off of
Mhm.
Leo, that's like super anxious, and Benicio's character Sensei is just so level. And what I love the most, again, if you check out some interviews that they've done, PTA, Leo specifically, and Benicio as well, like his character was completely different until he came on board, and Paul and Leo waited for Benicio to come on board when his schedule worked out, because there's no one else that could play this role. And he brought so much to the character about the kind of like underground railroad aspect of like the Latins that he's housing and protecting, and like
And
just so
I mean, you
many.
have to think though, like, he's an immigrant, right?
Mm,
So I'm sure that he's had to either experience, see things that have gone on, or been a part of something very similar to things like this. And it's just like I'd like to say it's maybe a gentle reminder from us that like people coming here, like they're coming here for a better life. Like that's the goal, right?
yeah,
So
we're doing our award show, and there's some crazy shit going on in regards to immigrants in this country, in regards to Latin American countries that we have no business being involved with. But we don't need to get into that. Positive vibes for the show.
Right.
We're awarding excellency in cinema. So with that, we have
yeah.
our winner for best supporting
Yes, we
actor.
have our winner, and it's our boy Delroy Lindo from
Woo!
Sinners.
Woo!
Yeah.
Let's go, my boy
Congratulations.
Delroy.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, the certain scenes that he's in and the way he conducts himself in those scenes and the stories that he's telling, it's just he did such a phenomenal job.
I
Such
went
I
a
in
rem-
phenomenal.
I went into our meeting thinking I was gonna have to fight for him. Like I legit thought, okay, I'm gonna argue and I'm gonna get Delroy at least first runner up. And
Yeah.
we were unanimous. Like it was perfect.
yeah.
I was legit surprised.
It's one of those things where like you leave a movie and an actor just stands out. And for Sinners, I mean, there's a lot of great performances, but for me, Delroy was like, dude, like as I'm watching it, I'm like, he's fucking crushing it. Like he's doing
Yeah.
something really special right here. And the fact that he's a veteran in Hollywood, plays an older character as well, but still feels fresh is incredibly hard to do.
The complete
Incredibly hard to
opposite of
do.
like Gone in 60 Seconds, his character in that. You know what I mean? Like
Throwback, sure. Throwback. So congrats to Delroy. Just incredible job in Sinners. Absolutely. Now that brings us to Best Lead Actor. Again, 8 nominees here. Second runner-up, first runner-up, and winner. And everyone here gets incredible shout out. Our first nominee, Robert Pattinson in Mickey 17. And let me just say, whether he wins or not, Shout out to him for being in this and Die My Love, 2 movies that we covered this year. I appreciate actors that are hustling. And I've seen a lot more of that this year. Actors being in
Range.
2 movies in a year. Range and not just doing 1 movie a year, 1 movie, Okay. Also nominated, Defero Wunate from Warfare. Michael B. Jordan, Sinners. Yusuf Husham Al-Tahib. Damn, I thought I was going to do it seamlessly. Yusuf Husham Al-Tahabi from Urkala, Gilgamesh's Dream. David Castillo in Bajo el Mismo Sol. Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another. Oscar Isaac, Frankenstein. First shout out to Frankenstein. No, costume was nominated. Sorry.
Yeah, costumes.
And last, Everett Blunk from The Plague. Incredible job by all. The second runner-up is Yusuf Husham Al-Tahabi from Urkala, Gilgamesh's Dream.
Yeah.
Incredible job. Child performer here. We mentioned that a little bit earlier before, and he, to be a child performer, A, to be your first film, B, and to be as effective as an emotional weight of the movie and crush it is incredibly phenomenal. So yeah, this is an incredibly talented pool, and he's competing with some like heavy hitters, veterans, of the craft. So shout out to him. I hope
I came in to our discussion like this kid has to get top 3. Like I don't care what you guys say, like he has to get it. So to get second runner up is amazing.
Incredible, especially considering who he's going up against. So great job to him. First
Absolutely.
runner up, Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another. Wow. I just gotta say, I have my Mexican flag back here, come from a Mexican background, and the fact that he does his whistle towards the end of the movie it should get its own little honorable mention in itself. But we've known Leo for a long time, and I think his range we've seen, there's been so many films that he should have won an Oscar in, and then he finally won his first one in The Revenant. And it's going to be interesting what happens at the Oscars. I think it's going to be interesting, to say the least. But our winner for the Seen This MOEMAC Awards for Best Lead Actor is Michael B. Jordan from Sinners.
Heck yeah.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Sinners was I've seen it. I've rewatched it. It's one of those movies that you could just rewatch over and over again. And he kills it playing 2 different roles as twins. Like he really showed his expertise. Like he's been doing this a long time. He's been doing from TV to movies. Like he's a veteran.
As a child actor also, initially.
He had to hold G Baby as he died. Like that does something to someone.
Yeah, I mean, Michael B has been a powerhouse for a few years now, and his collaboration with Ryan Coogler. I mean, it's almost like a no doubt about it. If you're a director, you want to work with someone that can vibe with you, understand your direction, understand your vision. And him, Ryan Coogler, and Michael B. Jordan. Michael B has worked in every single film Coogler's put out, and in my opinion, Ryan Coogler hasn't missed. Considering the amount of films he's had come out across. I mean, he's done 2 superhero movies, and the fact that he crushed those.
They're some of the best ones too.
For sure. And the fact that, he's worked with Michael B. Jordan is because he has a good eye for talent, and Michael B. this year in Sinners, just phenomenal.
Well, just
you can't fake chemistry. You can't fake it.
Like a chemistry that you have to have with yourself. You know what I mean? Like that's not an easy thing to do. I think we've only seen it a few other times. Like
Cheers to self-awareness.
Yeah, to play with yourself. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, come on now, you guys. No, but just like an example for some people is Lindsay Lohan in The Parent Trap, right?
Sure.
A lot of people for a very long time were convinced that Lindsay Lohan was a twin, like had
Mhm.
another person. And so granted, yes, that's a very goofy child's movie. For Michael B. Jordan to pull it off, like, as an adult with
Right.
2 very different adults with very different feelings, very different taste, very different goals, I thought he did a very good job.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I agree with you, Adrian. Sinners is a movie, like, I've already seen it 2, maybe 3 times, and, like, I could pop it on, you know? Whether it's Halloween or springtime, like, I think you can pop that on and
Halfway through or at the
at
beginning.
any
Like,
point,
it doesn't matter.
yeah,
You could just
just
pick
start
it up and be like,
watching.
"Oh, sweet."
It'll be
100%.
one of those movies where, like, if it's playing on a one like, a channel, you'd be like, "Oh, we're watching the
I
rest of Sinners," you know?
I love
And
that we're
to
so
give it credit,
Go
I
ahead.
thought it was gonna be one of those movies, like, because I went into it blind thinking like, not
You didn't
knowing
know
anything
anything,
about
yeah.
it. I didn't know what it was about at all,
I
but
would've
even
loved it.
rewatching it, it was still just as good, so I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
"Oh." I was still excited for certain scenes. I was
Yeah,
still,
yeah, yeah,
like,
Yeah.
amped for it.
yeah.
Yeah, like, when
100%.
Cornbread gets turned, you're just like,
Oh,
"Here he
fuck.
comes."
Shout out to
Yeah.
Cornbread, man. I
Shout out
mean,
to
for sure,
Cornbread.
for sure. All right, Adrian, we're up with you for best lead actress.
Alright, so, again, this category, best lead actress, I don't know why I keep getting all the actresses. I don't mind it.
'Cause you're
They're
an ally,
awesome.
bro. 'Cause you're an
They're
ally.
the best. Yes, I am.
We
So
love
we'll go
you.
straight to the nominees. This is again a feat of its own to be nominated as Best Actress. Um, so we'll just get on with it. Naomi Aki, Mickey 17. Haley Steinfeld, Sinners. Valentina Shenwu, Bajo el mismo sol. Chase Infinity, One Battle After Another. Jennifer Lawrence, Die My Love. Shi Yuan Ma, Left-Handed Girl. Jesse Buckley, Hamnet,
Uh-oh,
Mia Goth,
your drink's kicking in,
Frankenstein.
brother.
A little bit. The tongue is getting a little swollen.
Mia Goth Frankenstein, last nominee you
Yeah.
said there. Sorry, I spoke over you. Go ahead, go ahead.
Our second runner-up goes to Shi Yuan Ma, Left-Handed Girl.
Woo! Absolutely, absolutely. Again, we talked a little bit. This movie's on Netflix, a film that was incredibly lived in and grounded. And shout out to the entire cast. But I think Shi Yun Ma was the unexpected heavyweight carrier in this
Oh,
film.
yeah.
Her role was one that when I watched the movie, and even when the movie first starts, you don't think it's necessarily about her because of the title of the
Yeah.
movie, but by the end you're like, oh, this is her story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
By the end,
She
you're like,
steals the
"What the
show.
fuck is happening?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we already gave a highlight to Nina Yi, who plays the young actress, the young daughter there, and the fact
Mm,
that, again, this could be considered a, best ensemble as well, but I just think the talent around her from a cast perspective, as well as those involved in the filmmaking. Sean Baker, Academy Award winner from Anora last year, was a producer on this, a co-writer and editor on this. Shishing Sao was the director, and incredibly talented people that work in independent film and promote independent film. And the fact that this actress was able to stand out
yeah.
across the cast, across the crew, across everyone, says a lot. And the fact that she's second runner up just shows how much talent we had in this category.
Mhm. Absolutely. First runner-up, Valentina Shenwu,
Woo, let's
Bajo el mismo
go.
sol.
That's right. That's right. Again, we talked about her in Breakthrough because this was her first role, and I think she stands out so much in a film. I mean, similar idea, like what's asked of her in this role, she is carrying the emotional weight. She's carrying endurance. She's carrying
Well, and, like, without
empowerment.
us seeing it too. Like, she had the
Right.
unique, role of, like, not really speaking too much. right?
Mm-hmm,
You
mm-hmm.
only really heard her at, like, very, very important moments, and then at the very end, when you get it all, oh my god, dude.
Yeah, there's like a
Yeah.
release of like
Mhm.
emotion and thought and like again being multilingual for this role, and she does it seamlessly. um Congratulations to her, an incredible job. I hope more people get to watch this movie, Bajo el mismo sol.
It's definitely an art to be able to express that emotion with minimal words,
Correct.
and she nailed it for sure.
Correct.
And our winner for Best Actress goes to, drum roll,
Yeah,
Jessie Buckley with Hamnet.
woo! Hell yeah.
Woo!
I don't know if you heard
Yeah.
that, but that was the sound of my stock going up. Sorry, Erica. Oh man. I mean, listen, we all this is another category where everyone was talented and like it was gonna be tough picking some of these.
It
But
was
as
an
far as
argument.
it was an argument until we like said, like, let's get it out of the way. We're picking Jessie Buckley, right? Like we
Yeah.
were pretty unanimous and like she's the winner of
Mhm.
this. um Hamnet is a film that I was concerned in covering because I didn't know how it would hit Adrian, because this isn't typically his kind of movie. And then I read his letterbox review before we did our episode, and it's like, all right, like it worked on him. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. Adrian, you know, maybe you can start off Jessie Buckley and Hamnet. Like, what were your takeaways when you were watching this film that you didn't? I imagine you went into it being like, "Ah, this isn't gonna be for me." You know?
I didn't know what it was about, to be honest. Like Hamlet, I didn't understand, and so I was glad that the first line in the movie is like, "Hey, they're interchangeable,"
Mm-hmm.
and then I
Mhm.
realized, oh, okay, this is Shakespeare. But even that, like, kind of difference of it's not just the Hamlet play, uh, really hit me, and I was like, "This is a cool story." Um, Not only is it a cool story, but man, did Jessie Buckley nail it. Like, I felt all her emotion. I was sad, I was terrified, I was angry and mad with her. Like, she nailed it. Every scene, she was the best in the entire film.
When we were talking cinematography and Hamnet was nominated, and we talk about, you can pause a movie at any given scene and it's beautiful. You can watch any given scene with Jessie Buckley and it's beautiful.
Yes.
Like what she's doing on the
Mhm.
screen is
Mhm.
incredible.
The emotion she pulls.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Yeah, like you
goodness.
said, you're going on the ride with her, and, like, the grief is just when it's
Yeah.
tangible like that for the audience to feel it and to be in that grief with her,
Mm-hmm.
she
Mm-hmm.
she killed it.
And she reaches out the hand. It's like, oh shit. Like you
Mm.
felt it. Like you, like even doing it right
Well,
now, it's like you
that
felt that, you know?
that part, and then, when when Hamlet finally, like, stops breathing,
Mm. Spoiler
That
alert if
and
you
primal
haven't seen
yell.
Hamnet. If you haven't seen
Oh.
Hamnet.
if you haven't seen Hamlet, come on now.
Yeah.
You should have watched our episode and you know the
Y-
spoilers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, and she just has that yell,
Yeah. Yeah.
and oh my, and you feel it from, like, in her diaphragm. You're just like, "Oh my god, dude," like, you don't think she's gonna get through it.
It's the dramatic pause where she's really like like
like she
accumulating
needs,
all her breath for this like
Oh,
Goku scream. Like, it was insane.
yeah.
yeah. Great,
I
great job.
I would advise both of you and our listener viewers to check out the 1948 Hamlet movie, which won Best Picture that for that year.
I
It
have
was
seen that movie.
oh awesome. Erica, you always surprise me. Thank you. But you know, like Adrian, I wasn't well versed in Shakespeare outside of like Leo and Claire Danes and Romeo and Juliet and our boy John Leguizamo. But after watching that, I was surprised how much I liked it, and it kind of brought to life a little bit more of what Hamnet was going for. And then just quickly a shout out to 15-minute Hamlet, because I was trying to watch more Philip Seymour Hoffman at the end of the year, and he plays a role in 15-minute Hamlet, which you can find
That's
on
so funny.
YouTube. You can find on YouTube. It's like it's a comedy. Like, it's a bit of a comedy, and it captures all
Yeah.
of Hamlet in 15 minutes. People play multiple roles. It's fucking funny. Shout out to that.
Okay.
Shout out to Jessie Buckley, our winner for Best Lead Actress.
Way to shamefully plug PSH in your.
Oh, dude, you can always promote Philip Seymour Hoffman on the Scene This podcast. Let me fucking tell you. If you don't like it, you can get out.
It's like Willem Dafoe. Like, we'll never.
There's some family favorites here on the pod. Yeah, and Philip is the godfather. Rest in peace to him. All right. Our second specialized award is coming from Erica. Tell us about this award and what defines what the winner has for this award.
Yeah. Obviously, you guys know I'm a Pisces.
A
So
feisty one at that.
I thought it
The
fitting for there
feistiest.
be a Pisces Movie of the Year award. Now, if any of you remember from our Pisces draft, okay, it had to be an emotional movie. There had to be some kind of body of water by it. So I have to give this one to Bajo El Mismo Sol. Yes, very much woo. We're gonna woo this till the day I die. Um, I've talked about it multiple times. I'll keep singing its praises, all that good stuff. Like we said, just very good emotional performances. You kind of get into that humanity kind of question, like when will our humanity kind of go? Like when will we make decisions that are going to be against our fellow man kind of thing? And you see the dilemmas, you see the triggers, you see all that good stuff. Very emotional. It made me cry very much at the end when
Lowering gas prices and current
Well,
bombing situations.
I mean,
Anyways.
it's interesting because, you know, we haven't really talked about what the movie is about, and we've mentioned this movie several times, but I'll just say it looks at colonialism in the Caribbean when it was Hispaniola,
Caribbean.
and
Exploitation of Latin America.
correct.
Fuck.
And
Sorry.
and not just the exploitation of Latin America, Central America, the Caribbean,
Okay, so
tomato,
this is how
tomato.
this is how I do it, right?
Caribbean.
If you're talking about Pirates of the Caribbean, you're allowed to say Caribbean. If you're talking about the general area, it's the Caribbean.
That's one of the questions I should have asked Ulysses to get his take on how you say it. But fair enough.
What's the
DM me and let
pronunciation
me
on
know.
Caribbean?
Yeah, fair enough. But I think it looks at taking advantage of resources and what greed can do from a colonizer, even though he does have somewhat of a heart inside. What's more at value to him? You know, the
What's driving?
legacy, empathy. There's a lot of different things that battle within, and I think this movie really captures it really well. And again, beautiful scenery, bodies of water, emotional, as you mentioned. Let me ask you this, Erica. Would you say this is your favorite movie of the year, or is that too much? Because you have mentioned it a lot. It has stuck with you for some time.
It has stuck with me. I don't Okay, the only reason I'm gonna say I don't know is because I recently watched a movie that is starting to, like, really grow on me the more
Okay.
that I think about it.
Let's talk about that one tomorrow, or
Yeah, we're gonna
next
talk about that
episode.
another time.
Sure.
But it's definitely up there. It's
Okay.
definitely because obviously, like, I loved Sinners.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's other films that we've covered that I absolutely love, but I'm gonna say, yeah, I think it probably was a
It's
favorite of
up there.
mine of
It's
the
up there.
year.
Can we say
Yeah, it's
top
definitely
5? Like, I know he's saying
top 3.
favorite, and that's
Top
kind of
3.
hard to
Yeah.
determine favorite, but top 3.
And it's very hard for me. I mean, I have a wide range of movies that I love that are just, like, very random when put together. Um, and this one definitely, like, you can stick into that category, and it would just be kind of like a random movie that I love. But yeah, I'd put it in my top 3 of this year for sure.
Love
I will
that.
add a little bit to that because I've actually walked through the jungles and like hiked through jungles in Guatemala and Ecuador. And when we were talking about cinematography and like the difficulty of capturing stuff like that, like it's no joke. Like hiking
Yeah.
through the jungle is not your typical California hike where, you're going downhill a little bit. Like, no, you're machete chopping
Mhm.
at
It's not like
leaves and
California where
plants
you
and
have a trail that you're on and you ain't
no,
gotta.
Right.
and there's like a 95% humidity rate, and there's bugs the size of your finger, you know? Like,
No, thank
it's
you.
it's not easy.
We talk about scouting location in the interviews I did with Ulysses Bora. So seenthispod.com, go to our interviews, check that out if you want more information there. Okay, next category. Best International Film. We have 5 nominees here. And again, for us, for the podcast, and I think also personally, it was a year filled with great international films. So here are our 5 nominees. Irkala, Gilgamesh's Dream. 1001 Frames, Left-Handed Girl. Hamnet, and The Voice of Hind Rajab. This is another one that was, like, I'd say, like a top 3, top 5, like, difficult decisions to make, because
Yeah.
all 5 of these are incredible and highlight the importance of films made outside of the US from the perspective of a US viewer. But the winner, there's only one, goes to Left-Handed Girl. Woo! Again, this was a really difficult call. I just think
Yeah.
the fact that this was made with like guerrilla style filmmaking, if I'm not mistaken, it was filmed with the iPhone 13. The editing is great, the twists are great, the script is great. Just so many different and like we've talked about performances. Just so many elements from this movie made it, for me personally, a top 3, if not, I think it's number 3 movie of the year for me. And that just says a lot, as far as, I got to see 130 movies that released in 2025, and Left-Handed Girl beat out a lot of domestic movies. You know what I mean? So we've talked a bit about Left-Handed Girl. Anything else you guys want to add as far as why we picked it for Best International?
I do gotta say, like, I've watched the most international films. That's why my opening line was subtitles.
Sure.
This was one of the ones that made me like a speed reader. Like, I had to pause, rewind, go back and like play it again, just because some of the dialogue is so fast that I was like, oh, I missed it.
Sounds like
Like,
you weren't
I
it
gotta go
sounds like
back.
you weren't a speed reader.
I wasn't
Now
until
he
after
is
this.
I
Yeah.
see.
now.
Got it. It helped
Yeah.
contribute to it. Got it. Sorry, I had to wet my whistle there. All right, Adrian, you take us to the next category. We're coming towards the end here.
Yes, sir. So next category here is best director, which we
Mm.
know is tough. Like I said, you're managing a lot of ego, a lot of energy, and it's no easy feat. So every member in this category is worthy. We're gonna start off Ryan Coogler, Sinners, Mohammed Al-Daraji, Ikala's Gilgamesh's Dream, Ulysses Porra, Bajo el mismo sol, Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another, Shi Ching-soo, Left-Handed Girl, and our winner for Best Director is Ryan Coogler with Sinners.
Ryan Coogler. God
I
damn.
gotta say, this was almost... this is my movie of the year.
Wow.
I really think this was my favorite movie of the year. It's hard to even get a top 3, but Sinners, like I said, I've seen multiple times, and each time I watch it, I enjoy it. This is a banger. Everybody needs to watch it. I'm sure everybody's seen it by now.
If you haven't, it's on
Hopefully.
HBO Max. Yeah.
Yes.
Hopefully. Yeah, it's great.
Sorry. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say something. I was gonna take another drink, but I'll just say, to your point, Adrian, having to deal with different personalities, not just dealing with cast personalities, crew personalities, having a trust in every department to have everything work as a well-oiled machine. When there's different obstacles to jump in any given department, you've got to be involved, you've got to be consulted, you've got to figure out how do we make this work. And again, if you listen to interviews from people that have worked with Ryan Coogler, they all have incredible things to say about his empowerment to each of his cast and crew members, his collaboration, and like making people feel comfortable on set. And I think that's one of the most important things for any given movie.
Yeah.
And the fact that he could do all that, I think, he reaps the benefit in how successful a movie Sinners is. So
Well, and
Any
then to have
manager
it
has to be able to, keep this finger on the pulse of his team.
right.
yeah.
Every member is different, and you got to be able to register and read each member differently. It's intense.
100%.
Yeah,
Eric.
and then to have it, like you said, be such a great movie and entertaining and good storytelling, and to have a leader like that where it's like, you know what your leader expects, you know what they're looking for, you know what to give them, and you know how to take whatever criticism is coming your way. So that's
Yeah.
like really hard. I mean, for a lot of from what I've heard from some, it's definitely hard to get the right kind of direction from a director sometimes where it's just like, I need this to be better. It's like, I need this, like, no, like, let's give, like, I want to feel comfortable. And like you said, making my team comfortable with anything that any problems they might have, any issues they might be coming across. And then, like we said, to have it come out so seamlessly in a great film, very much deserved.
Yeah.
Communication's got to be probably the hardest to handle, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
probably the most important, and he probably nails it. Like,
It's to your guys' point, and last thing I'll say on this, like with any job, you have to communicate, and at the end of a movie you see the credits run and you see how many people it takes to make a movie. And granted, the director might not work directly with every individual, but he at some point works with someone, a department head or whatever the case is, and
Mhm.
needs everything to work like a symphony. So all the nominees deserve recognition. They did incredible jobs with their movies. But I think Ryan Coogler, we had to pick someone, and he just did a phenomenal job. So,
you got some strong wine going on, Mikey.
ooh, like I said, some of us don't have accents, and still it's a struggle. Woo!
Ay,
All right,
ay.
so we're almost. Good thing we're almost to the end here. Just 3 more awards to give out. Erica, you take us to one of the biggies.
Yes, we're gonna go ahead and go with Best Picture. The nominees are Mickey 17, Sinners, Weapons, Irkala, Gilgamesh's Dream, Bajo El Mismo Sol, One Battle After Another, 1001 Frames, Left-Handed Girl, Hamnet, and The Voice of Hinajab.
I
A
mean,
tough one.
you know, it's interesting. I have some friends that don't, they're not like us. They don't watch a lot of movies. They watch maybe 10 movies a year. And the fact that we
Mhm.
have, that used to be you, Adrian. Welcome to the dark side. Uh, but the fact that we have these 10 movies, and I think all 10 of these, anybody could watch and take something from, all deserve recognition to be nominated here. But Eric, I'll leave it to you to announce our winner.
Yes, and the winner of Best Picture is One Battle After Another.
Woo! There it is. There it is. This is, I think. Sorry. Go ahead, Erica. You break it
Yeah, we're
down.
not gonna let you talk about this movie.
Again.
I know, right? Because obviously Michael super loved this movie.
You love
Um,
PTA? I love him. I love
yeah,
him.
I mean, you have to give this movie the credit it deserves. The way it was shot, the actors and actresses that were in this movie, the performances that were done, the locations that it was shot at were easy locations. Lived in Humboldt, understand the difficulties behind it.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, definitely like a really great movie. And even how we were kind of talking like culturally, like very important for people to see like now and see what we could be capable of.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think just across the board, every element of filmmaking, every department head, as we talked about a little bit earlier, was executed at the highest level in one battle after another. And that's not to say it wasn't in the other films that were nominated, but I think the chokehold that one battle after another has, in the way that it's a comedy, it's a drama, it's a political commentary, it's a thriller. It's just almost every genre you can think of is captured in this movie, and the cast do a great job, the crew do a great job. It's just phenomenal across the board. So congratulations to One Battle After Another. Yes, there are still 2 more awards left. How can there be more after Best Picture? What kind of award show is this? Well, we'll tell you. This is this MOEMAC Awards, and we have 2 left. And this is the Must See This Award. So this is the award where we consider the quality of film, the importance of its messaging, the creative, unique style of film was made, something that you must see. If you watch any movies this year, watch these nominated films, and especially the second runner-up, first runner-up, and the winner. With that being said, here are the nominees for the Must See This Award. Warfare, Sinners, Irkala, Gilgamesh's Dream, One Battle After Another, 1001 Frames, Left-Handed Girl, The Plague, The Voice of Hind Rajab. Again, see all these movies, but the second runner-up goes to Irkala, Gilgamesh's Dream. We've
Absolutely a must see.
Again, I think this one specifically around the creativity and mix of realism and fantasy is what made this one that we had to recognize. And again, you know, I think people that maybe haven't traveled or aren't familiar with international movies can watch this and get more of a respect of the world outside of their own. You know what I mean? And like you said it earlier, Adrian, this is kind of the gateway that kind of started that process with you, if that's fair to say.
Absolutely. And to be honest, it does have to do with like religion and spirituality, like a lot of
Belief.
a lot of your beliefs, like, hey, it's my way or no way. And this helps open the door to being like open-minded and getting away from fixed religion and just into beliefs and humanitarianism. Like just being a human is crucial.
I'll just say, you know, I've said this before, but the best way to describe this movie is that it's devastatingly beautiful. Like the last shot or the last scene, it is both devastating yet inspires hope. You know what I mean? So if you have an opportunity to seek out Irkala, Gilgamesh's Dream, definitely a must see. This was tough. First runner up versus the winner was tough, but we went the first runner up for the Must See This Award is The Voice of Hind Rajab. I mean, it's hard. Like, even as I'm doing for those that are just listening, doing my finger snaps. It's hard. It's just such a devastating story because it's still fucking happening. And if you listen to our Voice of Hind Rajab episode, you know, we get into our frustrations of that, our contributions as Americans for funding the genocide taking place in Palestine. But this movie takes place in a lived-in world, one person's life that affects many lives around hers. And this is just one story of literally tens of thousands.
Current
events, incredibly difficult to watch because of the things I just said, but you must see it. Like you have to
absorb it. You have to take it in and see what is going on
for yourself.
You have to see what's going on. The propaganda that you're getting isn't what you're seeing in this movie. This movie is not propaganda. This is just one image, one instance of what's going on. And it's real. Go check it out.
Absolutely. It's a must see, and it's also a must see to remember the name Hind Rajab. And it's not just her life that's impacted, it's her family's life. It's the people that try to help her. It's the people that have had complete family lines wiped out with the genocide taking place in Palestine. And I think not aside from all that, the creative way this film is put together using real audio, real video of some of the real people involved in trying to rescue her is incredibly creative and something you just have to see. So the voice of Hind Rajab. And now for our winner of the Must See This Award, 1001 Frames. Let's go. Again, I think this is one that might be underseen just because of access to it. But, you know, Erica, if you don't mind, you describe this movie and why it's a must see.
Yeah, a must see, especially for women. Definitely think, and it's the only reason I say especially for women, and it's more of like, hey, you're not the only one. Like, hey, you're not the only one kind of scenario
Mm-hmm.
where this happens everywhere. This happens in, what are supposed to be comfortable circumstances. I don't even have to say anything, and all the women know what I'm talking about. But then also, like, I highly recommend for any men to, highlight that this is something that happens every single day, no matter where you are, no matter the
Yeah, so check your
circumstances,
attitudes, boys.
no matter what you're wearing, no matter what you look like, it does not matter. And I think that that's highlighted a lot of the difficulties of not only women in Hollywood and the difficulties that they face and the strong, powerful people that they have to kind of navigate around um, in order to not be taken advantage of and not to be put in positions that they don't want to be. It's very much empowering to see how each and every one of these women's stories differ from each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just a must see around the board because it's so impactful. It's so relevant and definitely things that are happening today need to be highlighted.
And I think, you know, we haven't talked too much about this movie yet on this episode, but you know, we do have an episode dedicated to it, so definitely check it out. But for the premise of this is essentially we watch the audition process of women being cast or auditioning for a movie from like a well-acclaimed, highly regarded director, and we don't see anything else outside of the camera the director is using's perspective. So because of that, it acts as a villain in itself because of the things he's insinuating, because of the way he is manipulating situations, and the way he is seeking out vulnerabilities in these women to use it against them. So I think we chose this as the winner because, A, to your point, Erica, women need to see it because one, I'm sure they can relate, as you mentioned. B, Adrian, you said this on the episode, like people that are even younger, like younger women, young girls that want to get into being an influencer or an actress or whatever. Like, hey, these are signs to look out for because these fucking people, these scumbags are out there. And the way Manusha Alia, the director, again, I didn't mention it here, but in our podcast we did, this is her first feature film. And the way she came up with this creative way to tell the story is incredibly inspirational from a creative angle, but also incredibly effective the way she ends it. And again, don't want to spoil anything because I'm sure a lot of people haven't seen it, but the way she lands the plane is something I would have never expected. And I think, Erica, in our episode, you
It
mentioned
was perfect.
totally puts a bow on it in a
Mm,
beautiful, impactful, empowering way. And I think, Adrian, you even mentioned like it was so great to see these women that are being hunted not lose their decency and end up being empowered
Their
to it.
morals.
You're right, their morals, right?
I can only hope if my daughter ends up being an actress like she wants to be, that she can maintain these morals when
Yeah.
you're auditioning, when you're in these
you can
tough
hire me as her
experiences,
bodyguard.
for sure.
We got Erica on the job for sure.
Get away from her.
we,
Back up.
a little further context if you're new to the show, Adrian's daughter is my goddaughter, so I second that sentiment that, like, you know, we've got to encourage education around the real world. It's very easy to have Elf on the Shelf and Santa Claus when people are young, but I think it's equally important to, like, hey, there's a real world out here and these are things to look out for. And I think the way Manusha portrays the dynamics of the real world through the lens of an audition process is just incredible and effective. And interviewed her as well. Check out that interview. We don't spoil too much on it, so if you haven't seen it, you can check it out. And I think it's incredibly insightful, a wonderful conversation. Congratulations to 1001 Frames, the voice of Henry Job, and Erica Led Gilgamesh's Dream. All very worthy of must see. Last award, my specialty award, if I may. It is the Michael Ornelas Mamba Mentality Award. So this goes to the creative in the film industry that is locked in, from marketing to performance to interviews to just the mentality that their work ethic is really driving them to be the best that they can be. And as mentioned, for our specialized awards, it could be any movie from 2025. I just rewatched this movie and can confirm I'm very confident in my selection in Timothée Chalamet in Marty Supreme gets the Mamba Mentality Award. You may have seen some of his interviews. He's definitely been very confident, and I think he's even stated since he's pulling from his character that he plays, Marty Mauser in Marty Supreme. I'm hoping we might be able to talk about this episode as a main review in next month sometime. It won't qualify for next year's awards, unfortunately, because it's going to get recognized by the Oscars. I'm sure it qualifies for this next year's Oscars. But, as millennials and the generations before us, we're always like, these damn kids, they don't have it as hard as we do. They don't have the same work ethic, right? But Timothée wants to be the best, and he doesn't want to shy away from it. He may not have the greatest skill as an actor, though it's up there, but much like, who this award is in honor of, Kobe Bryant, he's going to work the hardest to be the best. And I think Timothée and Marty Supreme proves that. And that's coming off of A Complete Unknown, where he had to play an incredible musical figure of Bob Dylan. That comes off of earlier films he's done. As far as when I first got introduced to him, Interstellar, very small role. Lady Bird, more significant but small role. But to see where he's at now, like, he's about that life. And shout out to him.
I
Erica,
think
you
he
don't want
deserves a Mamba. He's definitely got the Mamba mentality, I think, for Hollywood and for acting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's much deserved.
Appreciate that. Erica, you had some thoughts when we were discussing this. I don't know if you want to share them or if that's for her. You need further evidence.
Well, no, I mean, I think you kind of nailed it when you said that he's definitely going to work the hardest, but maybe not like fully like talented, or like, I don't want to say he's not talented, because he very much, I've seen him in some of his films, and I do appreciate his work, the way he does things. Everything besides Wonka. Wonka was trash. Sorry,
I mean,
buddy.
that's tough beat. We all got one of those. That's tough.
Sorry,
beat.
buddy. You're not as fucking crazy as Gene Wilder was.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's tough.
was.
He was put in a
Sorry.
bad situation with that one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he just needs to maybe tap into something else. Like, I think I need to see him in a different role to something where, I don't know, I was kind of telling you guys yesterday, like, he plays certain characters so well that, like, you really hope that he's not like an asshole in real life kind of ordeal, where it's like, that's definitely taps into, like, he definitely has the talent, but I want to see something maybe a little bit different from him, to kind of see if he can tap into like other emotions. I feel like we kind of get the same emotion from him every time.
I mean, listen, to our listener viewers, if there's a movie you think can help Erica understand that he's got other range than just an asshole character, let us know in the comments. Shout us out. We'll check it out. We'll make Erica a believer. But again, I just think his work ethic, specifically with this award, is for he's the hardest working person, definitely of his generation, and the fact that it's a younger generation than ours, I think, inspires hope for the future of cinema. Even though Netflix is about to buy Warner Brothers, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother podcast that we don't have time for. So congratulations to all the nominees and winners, and thank you for an incredible slate of films in 2025. An incredible year for movies. 1 year
year.
anniversary to us. We survived, and we hope to have many more years.
Barely.
Hey, let me tell you. But we're excited to see what 2026 has in store. A few things just to mention and highlight in 2026. We're going to be launching, I haven't even told you guys this, but I'm going to spring it on you right now, live on the pod. We'll be launching a monthly newsletter highlighting the latest happenings with the podcast, announcing new merch that comes up. What? Yeah.
So sign up.
I like
Sign
how
up for our newsletter.
I like how you act surprised, even though you kind of are surprised. So I appreciate an acting award for you. We'll also be highlighting some of the latest. Okay, that was the wine. Sorry. We'll also be mentioning some of the most recent written reviews, sneak peek on upcoming episodes, and interviews, as well as an opportunity for us to share some behind the scene thoughts around the Cineverse we all live in. Go to Seen This Pod to join. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials. Seen This Pod. And we're also looking for sponsors to help support and keep our pod alive, as well as allowing us to support your business or creative projects. So if you're interested, as Adrian was saying, you can reach out to us at seenthisemail@gmail.com. Like, comment, subscribe, be a part of our tribe. Next week, we will be closing the books on 2025. As I mentioned, we'll discuss some films we didn't cover on main episodes, or maybe some viewing homework we had over the course of the year. That's another surprise to you guys. I haven't even told you that, but you know, it looks like that's what
Homework.
It's recorded now, so that's what we're doing. But until then, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate the support. And until next time, stay safe.
Peace.